Hello, I am Ann Stahl, educator for the Stop Senior Scams Acting Program. I am retired after 44 years of experience as an investigator for the Federal Trade Commission. The Stop Senior Scams Acting Program is a peer-to-peer education program that uses theater to educate older adults and the community about senior scams and prevention. Although we have put our in-person performances on hold during the coronavirus pandemic, we are committed to continuing our education program through Zoom videos. Today's virtual performance focuses on the most prevalent scams as reported by the U.S. Senate Special Committee on Aging. They are taken from the comments of thousands of seniors we have met during our in-person performances. Their voices will be heard through our senior actors, most of whom have been victims themselves.
Recently, I received a phone call from someone who identified themselves as a representative of the Social Security Administration. He said my Social Security number had been compromised, that it had been used to set up bank accounts for the drug cartel, and that a vehicle registered in my name was found at the scene of the crime. I was directed to wire all of my assets to an offshore account or face immediate arrest. I wish I could tell you that I recognized that it was a scam and hung up, but I didn't. I was scared. I believed them. So I wired all of my life savings.
My sister Karen was a victim of a romance scam. After her husband died, she was very lonely and signed up with an internet dating site. She thought she met Mr. Right. After a few weeks of internet romance, he told her he'd lost his job and needed to borrow money. Karen was quick to help and over a short time deposited large sums of money into his bank account. When Karen depleted her savings and could no longer send money, Mr. Right deleted his contact information. Karen was devastated. She really thought he loved her.
My wife passed away about 6 months ago, and I don't mind telling you that it's been rough. I miss her more than words can say. Things were looking pretty sloppy around the house here, and I'm not a cook, so opening a can of sardines for lunch every day was getting mighty tiresome. That's when my neighbor told me about a new Medicare program that would help me in the cleaning and cooking around the house. She saw an ad in the newspaper about it, and we both signed up. What a godsend, or so we thought. That was 2 months ago, but we never did get any help from cleaning and cooking. And now I can't even get my heart medication because Medicare says I signed up for hospice care. I'm calling the Senior Medicare Patrol to report this scam. You better believe it.
I got a call late one night from a person who said she was a friend of my grandson, Stephen. She said that Stephen had been in an automobile accident and needed money for his care. I knew he was on vacation with his friends, but I didn't know where. I was so frightened and worried, so I sent the money immediately. Stephen is my only grandson.
My grandmother, Sherry, was a victim of the grandparent scam. She sent money to someone that told her that I was in an accident in Cancun. I've never been to Cancun. The sad part is that she was saving that money for a surprise cruise trip with my grandfather for their 50th anniversary. It would have been their first cruise. She lost $8,000. Somehow I'll make it up to them.
In January of this year, I got a letter that I won a prize in a contest. To my surprise, it was first place, and it was a new Lexus. I thought for a while, and then I remembered entering that contest in Las Vegas last fall during my vacation. I filled out an entry form, giving my address and some other information. The letter indicated all I had to do was send $1,500 to cover expenses, and then I would be contacted by the prize coordinator where to pick up my car. I was elated, and the very next day I went to the bank and sent the money. I never got the car and lost my $1,500. I let my guard down.
I consider myself computer tech savvy. I often help my senior friends with their computer problems and questions. And yet, with all my computer experience, I was also a victim of a computer tech scam. A few months ago, my computers froze. Almost immediately, somebody who I thought was my internet provider contacted me. He told me that my computer had a virus and I needed to give information to prevent all of my computer data from being lost. I was in a panic and followed his instructions. He also charged me a fee for helping me. That was the start of my nightmare that resulted in my identity being lost and the loss of most of my savings. I'm still helping my friends, but now I'm telling them, be aware of computer tech scams.
Scammers are using the ongoing coronavirus crisis to exploit seniors through these and other scams, including test kits, telehealth, and miracle cure scams. Here are a few tips to remember. Never give out personal information to anyone unless you verify their legitimacy. And remember that the government will never ask for personal information like Social Security or Medicare numbers over the phone or internet. Do not pay money in order to claim a prize. Delete emails from senders that you do not recognize. Remember that scammers often disguise their real phone numbers using fake caller IDs. Do not make quick decisions out of fear. And remember to report all suspected scams. Remember, you may be a target, but you don't need to be a victim.